Man, what's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing today? Hope y'all had a good February 25th. It's your boy Gino back with you. I'm going to do another music review this evening, just to give you a little background on it. I feel like I gotta pay homage to my boy. Being a huge Eminem fan, I'm a huge Proof fan too. Very unfortunate that he's still not around making the dope killer music that he was. We lost an angel. We lost a goat. There's no doubt about it. This song again is called Kurt Cobain. Uh, Go figure. Due to the circumstances, if you know the background of who Proof is and what happened and the whole story behind it, it's a very sad story. Detroit native, best friend to Eminem growing up. Two peas in a pod, Jekyll and Hyde. Basically, was the man who introduced Eminem to rap and hip hop. Was his basically liaisons uh, into the culture. Uh, I don't know if you're also familiar with this fact, but Proof was actually in the movie A Mile, to whom Eminem in his first rap battle choked. That was Lil Tick, Proof, same guy. Also, Future was portraying who Proof was to Eminem in the movie A Mile, to whom Proof was to Eminem growing up in real life. So neat, fun little cereal box fact, milk carton fact. Uh, you never know what's real, what's not, and what all intertwined. So very neat backdrop to who Proof is and where he came from. Unfortunately, we lost him in '06 due to a gunshot wound. Believe it was in a pickup game of basketball, or it was a game of pool that went wrong and sideways, and uh, really just an ill-advised murder in the end. Another neat fact before I get into this review today. Uh, when Proof was deceased and had the funeral, Eminem had purchased his casket, and that casket being completely made out of 24 karat gold. Really a solid gesture from a best friend. So, unfortunately, not the kind of gesture you want necessarily, but just goes to show you how close the two were. So, without further ado, voila, you got Proof, Kurt Cobain. I know the song came out some years ago. Had to be prior '06, maybe '02, '03. One of my favorite songs, very deep. Sorry about that. Very deep. Uh, Almost gets into your soul immediately from the beginning. The way the beat drops. So let's go ahead and get this going before I ramble on any further. Proof, Kurt Cobain.
Right here. Fuck this world. Get the fuck out
Right
of
off
here.
the bat, fuck this world. We've all felt
I
that.
put my soul through the ink. Bless the bad with thoughts. Add my thoughts before I grow extinct. My backbone, disown my zone. Why won't call it home? But not wrong.
Very neat
all
rhyme
alone.
scheme.
Just proof, no shine, no
Invented
fans,
word,
fans. No wonder my
invented
hands
wordplay
tight when
back
the
then.
internet ends. I take back most of the flack. The stress most press me close to the crack. Like my pops that goes to my past.
That's deep shit right there.
Lately,
Deep
I'm
ass
lucky
shit.
y'all don't hate me to touch me. Maybe I'm ugly inside, but smiling to make it. I love y'all, dog, and that's however you take it. The fame is an illusion. I'm still losing in this game where the rules at. I feel clueless.
Couldn't get it paused, but let's fast forward here a little bit. Don't want to pause too quick in any of these videos, but we heard a lot right there. And just the feeling you get without even hearing the lyrics, the tone of voice, he's coming from a dark place, reaching for light. You can just tell that he knows something that nobody else knows that's gonna happen. It's almost like the song feels like a premonition, if that makes sense. Almost like he's predicting what is in store for his personal future. So I think that's a very nice touch, very neat touch, kind of a spooky, creepy touch, to be honest. But for music, I mean, the boundaries are endless. I've always said music is magic. So I think we're definitely witnessing and hearing that uh, as I speak and react to this video right now. So you hear him talk a lot. You kind of get the vibe he's an introvert. He doesn't like to talk to people. He mentions being a recluse, not wanting to talk to nobody, kind of leading his pack out there, leading by example. But when he falls on his shield, everyone kind of continue on. He's laying the path. He's laying the stones. Is kind of the vibe and feeling I really get from this song, and I really love it. Let's continue.
Streets with the hill blueless. Cops knock at the door, got me looking real foolish. But I still do this like I love it. Even though I thug it, keep flossing ice in public. The subject I don't know. Stars won't grow. Wounded dreams with scars to show. Minus the MTV videos with Slim. Up in smoke D12 and mini shows with M. It's still me, dog. No change for change. It's strange when it pours and rains. I take it back.
So we're about to hop into the chorus right now. Just to continue on where I left off, ample more dope wordplay, but deeper than that, the roots of the lyrics really hit you square in the chest, square in the gut. They could make you sweat in 32-degree weather. That's how hot the bars are, especially for his time. You know what I mean? This is the elites in hip hop back then, and how hip hop was, the boom bap and the wordplay and the lyricism. I mean, Proof, arguably, even with just a little bit of content he was able to get out in his long, short life, I would still put him up there, top 20 lyricists of all time, and predicting what he would have been, top 10, easy lyricists of all time. So, again, the lyrics that we just kind of heard, he's getting deep and personal with Eminem, kind of foreshadowing to Eminem that you've always got a brother. Don't ever worry about watching your back because I'm always going to be there. Take care of your front, and I'll be there for the rest of everything. So, very neat wordplay, deep message, most out, deep message. And this is the chorus coming on right now. I love it. It's so unique. You hear him take a deep breath. It's very unusual for music, but those types of sound effects, especially back then, would have almost been like a sample. You know what I mean? What people do with samples nowadays.
Feeling detached. My brother Earl and Wayne, that bail money for jail, y'all can
keep that. I've been there, trust me. Shout out Josh Withers, homie. You know what I'm talking about.
My heart's big, but my sins bigger.
Truth.
I don't feel like I can win, niggas.
Truth.
Like I'm lost and I find only demons.
Truth.
I wanna quit, it's like I'm tired of breathing.
Been there.
So much stress, confess to a famous song. Em, I love you. Don't let this money change us, dog. Firstborn when I'm gon' grab.
Let's stop it there. Now think about when Proof must have been writing this song, when he wrote those lyrics down. I guarantee you, as an artist, before he even went to the studio, or this is such an intricate song. He's a known freestyler, but it's such an intricate song. I guarantee you, it was probably written, and there's no points taken away either or. Music is of many facets, so it can all be respectable and great. So back to the point. I guarantee you, when Proof was writing this, he was fighting tears, 100%. I guarantee it. Not even personally knowing these people, you can listen to the song, and whether even in direct connection, it can make you tear up if you're a big enough fan of music and the people here in the song incorporated. But also it can take you to a place personally where it may connect you to someone you've lost, or someone you feel this way about, or something you've done for someone where you've gone to the bat for them, and it really showed the true test of loyalty and that relationship. That's really what I feel from the song, and especially it speaks to my loyalty because through heaven and hell, if I fuck with you, it's still death, you know. But if I don't, you know it, or I wouldn't say you necessarily know it because, like I said, one of my favorite quotes I just heard was, "You don't understand the amount of violence it took to make this human so gentle," which I think speaks so much volume. Because, I'm a bigger guy, whatever. Not to make this about me, but shit, I just lost my thought. Mm-mm-mm. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. I'll get back to that thought.
B9 with the cream and his mom. And dear mama, I used to hate you, now relate to
That's deep shit right there.
Proof I love you. Take it back.
It's like what do they call it? Like an insult, a compliment, one.
I wish I could
Love
take it back. I wish I could
double entendre.
But it's too late. I wish I could take it back.
I wish I could take it back. That's that regret shit. Hashtag regret shit.
Y'all don't know I risk my heart with this apart. From the streets, the groups, the friends, the foes, the Jews,
the dick lickers and the hoes. Creative wordplay right there. Real nice.
Look at the finest, Royal Highness on some hot shit. Still living with the liquor and bud. Sometime
I like that Royal Highness because for some reason right there in the beat and then the song, the way it plays, you get this airiness of like royal, like actual Royal Highness, that kind of vibe. And again, if I could tie what I feel and what I'm saying into one, I could do it. I could articulate it better to you, but I think you get what I'm saying.
For my demise, so I can kick it with Bubs. I wish it was real between us all. In the past, you should have seen us, dog. I died for him and Sage Haley. Brave maybe, but just let them tears roll off my grave shady.
Basically saying he'd be a surrogate father to Haley if anything ever happened to him. That's deep shit. You know, I got people I feel that way about in life too, so I know exactly what he's talking about. Take you. Took the game. Now he's talking about his old man. Wasn't around. More deep shit, man. Just fucking deep shit. Not shit. Like gold. Straight gold.
Answer you are always loud but true. And before I pull the trigger, then I'm proud of you.
So that's where the song. So that's exactly kind of where the song gets the name. You hear the gunshot at the end, kind of like, he lived his whole life. He explained his road and how he's basically sacrificed his principles and morals for the next guy. That next guy kind of being Eminem. He's paving the way for a greater future and is basically little bro, quote unquote. Now Eminem's a grown man, obviously, and capable of his own thoughts and all that jazz. But they were so connected and such good friends that it almost was like the two of them were one, like one entity. So I know how deep those feelings are and emotions. I know how deep they were at the time, but I guarantee you, to this day, Eminem plays this song maybe every day, or he doesn't play it at all because of the pain and the hurt, or just every once in a while, to remember his friends. So, man, it's just a tragedy that when we lose these icons and positive influences and characters that can really change and help people, and we lose them to nonsensical violence. So what can you do? It's life, and he would have wanted, I would think he would have wanted Eminem to continue what he's doing and fulfill both their legacies. So Very deep song, one of my favorites, probably definitely a top 100 of all time on my list. Uh, Shout out to Proof, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. That's going on too. Death is just not a good subject, and music, it's a touchy thing too, because I mean there's artists that actually pass away and become more popular when they pass away. So it's there's a fine line with music and mortality and all kinds of things. So just a very beautiful song, a Picasso nonetheless. Uh, Proof was a beautiful artist, a beautiful man, a beautiful soul. So we lost him way too early. Uh, I wish I could be sitting here doing a song in 2020 reviewing Proof, but unfortunately that's not how the dice rolled. And but still, we have uh, the pleasure of YouTube and being able to go back and enjoy these things and these gems that people gave to us uh, in this life. So just want to shout out my appreciation to all my supporters, my fans, my subscribers. I'm going to be dropping daily content like this all the time. Like I said, I kind of just introduced myself into the YouTube game, but I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp on it, and I look to meet and network and connect with a lot of people on here. So I know a lot of people on here have changed and helped me in my life, so I can only hope to do the same for others. So until next time, voila.